Okay, kids, I want to ask you, you look sharp today, Josh.
Thank you.
I like it. You look sharper today, Josh.
Thank you.
The other Josh. Okay, I'm going to ask y'all some questions. Today, we are closing on our new house.
Yay!
It makes no sense what we're doing. I'm trading a house payment that looks like this. That's what I'm doing. I'm trading that. Used to be this, now it's going to be this. I'm nervous. Don't feel good about it. How do I talk myself into doing this?
You love it.
I do love it.
Get you out of the apartment.
Well,
I do love it.
I think.
But why should you buy real estate? I'm going to tell you there's one reason why you should buy real estate. A lot of people are going to say different things. They're going to say like cash flow. Pick one. Cash flow, appreciation, tax advantages. Which one?
Tax advantages.
Is that the reason why you would buy? Why would you buy?
Cash flow.
Cash flow.
Appreciation.
Okay, well, everybody wants to buy real estate because you always hear people talk about cash flow. I'm going to tell you this story about this house I bought in 2006. Okay, the address is 327 Indian Park Drive, and I paid $95,000 for this, but I put a down payment on top of it, and closing costs on top of it. I don't have anything that works.
I got you.
So I put it on top of it, and it was like $115,000 in 2006. I think it was May. Now, every single month, I feel like I've had to pay a little bit in on this house. So my cash flow has sucked. I mean, you should probably, on every house, you should have a formula where, bless you, where after all your expenses, and you got to include vacancy, repairs, you should be making $100 to $200 per unit. That didn't work because I bought this. I got it for a pretty good deal. I could bump it up, and it did appraise. I had no money out of pocket. I had $0 out of pocket. I've gotten to write off a few things, but in 2006. The real estate market went down. At one time, I was upside down on this house. I bought it. I really paid $95,000 for it. At one time, it was worth about $85,000. And this friend of mine, he gave me $10,000 loan against this property for 25% interest. I paid him back. 17. I mean, it was almost 100% return that he got off of it. Paid him back like $17,500 from $10,000. That all went against that. Everybody's like, dude, you just need to get rid of this house. Why are you doing this? The mortgage on it went from $736. It adjusted up to about $1,100 a month. I was collecting during that time about $750 a month, and the tenants, they sucked. They didn't pay, didn't have money. Every reason in the world to sell this house was obvious for me to do that, but I didn't. Today, this house, 327 Indian Park Drive. Today, this house I paid $95. Put the closing cost and down payment on top of it. What do you think that house is worth today? I'll tell you, it's about 1,200 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a 1-car garage. What do you think this house is worth?
220.
It's not worth it.
320.
So you said 250. You said
350, 325.
I think it's worth about 275. Fixed up, maybe I can get a little bit more. $275,000. How much did I make off this? What is my return off this?
About 125,000.
Oh, how much money did I put into the deal?
95.
No,
Oh,
Said you put the closing costs?
I didn't. I financed all of it.
Oh.
I had those $0 out of pocket, plus I had my expenses. So let's say I've got $25,000 into this, and I paid $95,000, and it's worth $275. And that,
135?
I don't know. Well, 95. Let's say 115. I owe 135. I've made about 140 grand off that. I created that. You see how that works? So the reason to buy real estate is appreciation. In our area, it's going to appreciate, let's say 4 to 5, 6% a year. It's been crazy the last couple of years, and it's going to correct. It's always going to go back to where it should be. It's going to be, let's say 5.5% because we're in a growth area. I've made no money off this. I'm not making cash. I probably won't ever make cash flow off of it. The reason why is I'm going to pull money out of this. I'm not going to sell this. I'm going to refinance it. And like if I've got this in a portfolio of loans, but let's just say off this property, I could take out 75, 80 grand. How much would I have to pay in taxes on that?
Nothing.
How did you know that?
Because you own the bricks.
On these cash out refis, you don't have to pay any taxes on it. It's the best thing about real estate. The best thing is what? Why do you buy real estate? Appreciation. Number 2 is time. I've owned this from 06. What is that, 18 years? The same tenants have been in there. They've almost paid this thing off.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Same people have been in this house. If they moved out, I'd have to fix a lot of stuff. But don't get confused. We're not in time in our area where you're buying for cash flow. You're buying for appreciation. Now, some people are going to say, well, it's going to go down. Well, it did go down last June, but it's kind of tricking its way back up. Over time, real estate goes up. Stat after stat shows that.